Hi, this is Christopher Schonen from Noble Master Games. I'm gonna give an introduction to EMP weapons in Retro Commander. I have an island here in the middle that I'm trying to take over from the enemy. At my disposal are a couple of aircraft carriers, some with helicopters, two with EMP bombers, and I have a couple of Chinooks that I can use for the assault. So the naive approach would be to attack with the helicopters and try to destroy the infrastructure before I land my assault troops. I'm gonna show you how that would work. Not too well, as it turns out, because on the island there are a lot of there are a lot of missile turrets which just shoot my helicopters down, making it difficult to attack. So let me just show you one attack. You see that when I get close, these helicopters are great against ground targets, but they're just gonna be shot down by the missile turrets, which is no good. They get rebuilt into aircraft carriers, you can see that here. But the problem is they cost money. Every time a helicopter is destroyed, it costs payment. I started off with 1,000. If I do this a couple times, I'm gonna be in bad shape because I'm gonna lose all the money and still haven't destroyed much on that enemy island. Also, obviously the place of attack was not well chosen. I should probably attack from the side of the island. I already know how the island looks, so it's a little bit unfair, but I guess you would scout the island and see that's the narrow part of the island. So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna attack from the narrow part and take out those missile turrets down here. Obviously it's not gonna be easy with just the helicopters because they're just gonna die off. Let me also move those assault troops closer. Let's say I bring them into position here. And let's also group my aircraft carriers with the EMP bombers, that are Stealth EMP Bombers. So now, instead of attacking with the helicopters again, because they're gonna get destroyed, I'm using my EMP bombers, which stun the enemy missile turrets. Let's say they're probably about here. The other one is probably around here. And now I can move in with my helicopters. So now that I moved in, the missile turrets are stunned, or I guess not all that are the most that are close by. Not all, obviously, but I was able to destroy a couple, I think. When I look now, I still have 880 matter. I lost a bunch of the EMP bombers, which is obviously not ideal. But I still have all my helicopters that I can use and take out the ground targets. Let me do another set of attack. So now that those turrets are stunned, I can attack them pretty easily without losing any of my helicopters. This time the first attack was a little bit more difficult because the initial attack the missile turrets were still not stunned, but now that they're stunned I can continue several times and still try to take more and more of the ground targets down. Also, if I'm able to take down the oil refinery, the enemy is not able to produce any more income, and it's making it even easier. And you see, I still haven't used any more of the helicopters up there. They obviously get damaged, but they get repaired free on the aircraft carrier. I'm always selecting the wrong one. Let's do this one more time. Yeah, so the first attack is probably the deadliest in sort of losing troops. From then on it gets easier. And now that I have attacked and destroyed a lot of the enemy forces here in the north of the island, I can actually land my assault troops. What I'm also going to do is I set my helicopters to auto movement. That way I don't need to do them manually anymore. So from what you see is I destroyed the enemy's capability to produce matter. I don't think there's any other oil refinery. And now with my troops landed, let me move them out. Let me move the Chinooks out of the way. I'm able to attack the enemy positions. Yeah, I still use a couple more helicopters to take out those artillery turrets, because they're gonna attack my ground troops. Once they're all gone, I'm pretty much clear to enter the enemy territory. Yeah, it looks like I lost another helicopter. Maybe I can use the bombers one more time to stun the enemy. And those artillery turrets are not able to shoot in the air. So I'm able to take them out, and once everything is safe, I move my ground troops in. Yeah, those EMP bombers are not that strong, but it is what it is. I can now also move in my tanks. And yeah, that's the idea. You move in your EMP troops, stun the enemy missile turrets, for example. You can also stun tanks and other mechs, and then you land your ground troops. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to ask questions in the comments.